So I'm going to talk to you about the Loch Ness Monster. Really, if you live in Scotland, if you live in Scotland, and you probably know about the legend about the Loch Ness Monster. It's a little lake in Scotland. Yeah. And it's really a lake. It's called a loch, and it's called Loch Ness Lake. There's a Loch Ness Monster over there, and it's an unknown species, but I'll try to explain that I think it's a dinosaur. I'll get to that conclusion, but I could be wrong. It could be an eel. It could be anything. I mean, it's the Loch Ness Monster. It's gonna say resurgence photos. What it's called back in the 1990s was the surgeon's photos. This guy, he was on a boat. He took a picture of the Loch Ness Monster, but in fact, that's the photo that started it all. But it was fake. It was a toy submarine with a Play-Doh on top, shaped in with a neck and a head. What has to do? That was fake. Doesn't mean it's all fake, because there has been countless sightings today. And it all has the same explanation: a dinosaur. Now, if you go back in Bible times, and the Bible is fact, and here's what it says. When Noah's Ark came over, back then, there were dinosaurs roaming the earth. When the flood came, the whole world was water. And, technically, the whole world was water. And back then, there were still dinosaurs around. And Noah, he had dinosaurs on his boat. They came by two, the husband and wife, when they first got on the ark, and in the end, they came by three with the baby. After that, the world came back, and there comes a time when sin has to take over. And the dinosaurs, but God knew they were special dinosaurs. They had been on Noah's Ark, so basically God wouldn't let the dinosaurs eat any of the animals that were on Noah's Ark. And basically, this is just my theory. So basically, the dinosaurs had to be vegetarian, but then sin came upon them and they tried to, or this is just my guess. I could be wrong. The Bible doesn't say anything about this, but this is just my theory. And they tried to eat something, but they couldn't. And God didn't want it to happen, but I think they just starved out, and the baby died, and the husband and wife died, and dinosaurs are extinct, but the megalodon might still live because it's in the water. Well, that's a whole nother video. But the plesiosaurs couldn't be on Noah's Ark. And because of the flood, everything was water. So if it traveled into a lake, well, it's an ocean because the whole world was water. So probably the plesiosaur ended up in that lake, Loch Ness Lake. And thousands of years passed, and it had offspring. And there's no climate change in the lake. It's not an ocean. Because of the flood, A sea animal can't recognize lake from ocean. It just goes in the lake. So what I mean is the Loch Ness monster is probably trapped in the lake. That's not its home. It's trapped. Like I said about just putting my hand in my pocket, check it out. Like what I said about the things that I think it was the land lake monster. Well, it's a great white shark that got trapped in the lake because it's connected with the ocean. So I think all these legends, they're just trapped. There's similar legends to the Loch Ness monster all over the world. Probably that's because in Noah's Ark time, they just got trapped in there and they had offspring. And the plesiosaur got trapped. But what species of plesiosaur? That's the question we're still looking for. Could it just be an eel? Eels do live in the loch. That's one theory. Stop. Dana, stop it. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just dropping the fries accidentally. That doesn't mean I want you to eat them, Jane. Stop. Stop it. Bye.